Hello everyone, this is Sam from Gregor Animations, back once again with another commentary. However, once again, I have a guest host with me. Say hello to my good friend...
The Joker!
Wait, what?
Well, of course you invited me onto this.
No.
This is my video.
Joker, go away.
No.
Yeah.
Make me.
Well, anyway, this is David Bump, my friend David Bump, who obviously plays the Joker and like half the other villains on the channel.
I've got Joker, I've got Killer Croc, I got Bane, I've got Raish now.
Count Darth Vader, I don't know.
I've got Darth Vader.
But yeah, basically, he's the guy with the deep-ish voice that I'm like, yeah, that's how a villain is supposed to sound.
I got Thanos too.
Oh yeah, and Darkseid, I guess.
And Darkseid too.
Of course, until I recast them, possibly. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
If I can find someone better. But anyway, for now, yeah, half the villains. So we are here to not review. Fuck reviews.
We're doing a commentary on Lego Batman versus the Villains this time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And not reviews, because I'm like, well, I mean, technically a commentary is a review.
Commentary is a review, but you're not making a review video about the video.
Yes.
Because how meta would you get if you had the 6 reviewers reviewing all your other videos, having a giant flat screen in the
I'm pretty
background?
sure that my computer would explode from the amount of fourth wall jokes taking place.
Probably, and Deadpool would definitely actually come out of the computer.
And kick my ass, probably.
Who knows?
But, yeah, Batman versus the Villains, the video that was kind of like, led up to from Batman versus Penguin, Two-Face, Scarecrow, Riddler, technically Mr. Freeze. It's in the same universe, but he just died, so it didn't really have any implications on this video. And then there was the Nightwing video.
And then there was also Joker.
Yes, that's a very important one, because that led directly into this. And, the funny thing, Batman vs. the Villains, that was finished, like, 2 months before it actually came out, because I had, like, 6 videos ready to go before heading off to college. And I was like, okay, I'll release these every 2 weeks, so then I can still focus on school, and so I can still be consistent on YouTube. And yeah, that worked out pretty well. So
Did pretty good.
here we are.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, I started doing commentary so long ago. Then I took a year and a half break, and we're not even through the first year yet. But hopefully, these commentaries will become easier, because the videos will start to suck less. But anyway, let's find out if the big climax to my first year Batman storyline still holds up. Spoilers, it probably doesn't.
Previously on Gregory
My
Animations.
monotone voice.
Together, we will
Definitely
finally
missed
defeat
that.
you, and this city will be ours.
Batman is Bruce Wayne. Speaking of Batman, where did he go?
Everyone, to Wayne Manor.
Now back to our regularly scheduled program. I cannot talk. Joker is with...
The lighting is just...
Hello?
I mean, it's not bad. It's just like now my lighting's like so much better. But it's funny also, Joker, like, I mean, who's supposed to be knocking? Is Joker supposed to be knocking? Because he's not moving. No one's moving. You don't see anyone moving. No one's even knocking on the door. Also, it's funny, like, seeing back then when I didn't move the arms when they were walking.
Yeah.
Hello?
You
You
must
got
be
random
Alfie.
hairs just pop up.
That is correct.
Hey,
Well, I hate to break it to you, Alfie, but you have 2 options. 1, you work for us. Or 2, you die.
people flinching in the background.
Your choice.
Scarecrow's
Very
kind of
well.
like,
Dinner is about
okay,
to
I'm
be
gonna
served.
flinch here for
You
no
may all
reason.
sit at the dining room table.
That's also another thing like I used to do a lot differently. Whenever a character would like turn, I would have them put their leg up, which is the main reason I did is because like a lot of other brick filmers would do it that way, but now they kind of like just lean, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They don't like stick their leg up for no reason.
Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought.
Let's go sit down.
Everyone flinched.
Everyone's
That was
flinched.
not done well. Which of course this was done before I actually had onion skinning, so like I couldn't really tell if all the other characters.
Wow.
I just had to be
That
really
was a lot
careful.
easier than I thought.
Alright, watch Riddler.
Let's go sit down.
Beans back.
I'm starved.
Everyone moves. You can also kind of see Two-Face back there. Hey, and look at that. That actually didn't look too bad. But the funny thing is, it's just the same movement over and over again. I didn't actually animate each individual. Batman walks in.
You can see him in the
Hey,
background, which I
Alfred.
like.
Ah, hello, Master
Can
Wayne.
kinda
I
suck
would
at
have
times
appreciated
because
it if you had told me that you had
Then,
guests
like, some,
coming
like
over.
when they actually
What
walk
are
off
you
the screen,
talking
I just
about?
want to take
Go
them
look
off
in
and
the
not keep
dining
on
room.
animating on them. But
Ah,
you can still see in the
they're here.
background.
I mean,
then
I know they found out who
can't
it
really do
was,
that.
but
Right.
really?
Well, it doesn't
They
look
just
as
came
good.
straight to my house? Rather odd.
What are you going to do, sir?
Well, first I'm gonna need some help.
Like the Justice League, sir?
No, they're all on a deep space mission. Except for Green Arrow, but he's on the other side of the country, so he won't be able to get here in time.
pointless
But I do
exposition.
have other people to help me.
The monotone just.
It was bad. I mean,
Oh,
it's
Robin,
better
what up?
than
How'd
it
it go with Harley
was
Quinn?
like earlier in the year.
Well,
Keep on. Can't do that right. But it was still pretty bad. Also, I guess it really just, as time goes on, you can compare it to the more newer stuff. It does sound a lot better, so I think that's why. But yeah, it was still bad. Also, this is like, if any of you remember my joke review, I talked about how it's almost kind of seems implied that Harley just had sex with Robin, even though that was not the plan. That was not what I was trying to imply. But this doesn't really help. This part doesn't help because he's just laying on the ground in pain, and then Batman just asks, "How did it go with Harley Quinn?"
Not well.
Yeah, and it's almost
How'd it go with Harley
which
Quinn?
like then brings up
Not
the R word,
well.
which
Oh,
that's
sorry
like,
to hear that.
oh,
well, we've got a house full
which
of
also
supervillains,
I guess also
so
then
get
it
your
would
ass
also imply pedophilia, because Harley is like an adult. Robin's supposed to be like 16 or 17. Oh
Oh
dear.
my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
We need to fight back.
It's not good.
But Batman, how are we gonna beat them? There's only 2 of us.
Make that 3. I called Nightwing to help us.
Hey, Robin.
Are you sure we'll be
Hey,
enough?
Well, I'm hoping they'll be too busy beating you up that we can pick them off one at a time.
Haha,
I'm
Batman
not too
being
sure
mean
I
to
like
Robin
this
funny.
plan.
Funny.
Oh,
Not
come
like
on, Robin.
overused
It's a
trope that
great
other
plan.
YouTubers
It's bound
do.
to work.
Oh yeah, all the time. Which, like, I feel like back then I was kind of trying to copy out, like, kind of do. I drew a lot of inspiration from like Forrest and Aubrey Studios and such. But as the time's gone on, I try to be more. I mean, I don't want to say it's even unique. It's just more closer to comic book or movie Batman. He's like, like a serious character. He'll make jokes every now and then because, like, if I can't just have him be serious all the time. That's just boring.
Right.
But I try to not, like, he'll kind of take a little jab at Robin, but it's nothing too serious.
Fine. I won't die though, right?
So bad.
50-50 probably.
Why onion skin is helpful, folks.
Alfie, be a good butler and go get the door.
Some of these lines,
Hello?
Hey, Alfie,
I don't know.
is
It's
Mr.
one of those
J
things
here?
of
Yes, he's right through here.
give me the script, and I just kind of run with it. I'll go
Hey,
ahead and I'll do
Mr.
some
J,
improv,
what are we all doing here?
but I try to go ahead and stick to the script as much as I can.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm fine. Like something like Joker, it's as long as you can get the point across. But
Well,
he kind of does his own thing, which I try to, like, with certain characters. I try to, like, kind of word things in a way that they would, but yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm not. Especially back then, I wasn't even that good of a writer. I've gotten a lot better.
Well, the other thing,
But also, I want to talk about this part here, because, like, there's the whole conversation between Alfred and Harley at the door, and it's just this picture the entire time.
Hello?
Which, it's like,
Hey,
how did you
Alfie,
figure this out
is
so
Mr.
quickly
J
back
here?
then? It's like, oh,
Yes,
this is why.
he's right through here.
Walks in.
Hey, Mr. J, what are we all doing here?
Apparently, Bruce Wayne is the Batman, so we decided to take over his house.
Ooh, so what now?
We're waiting for Alfred to
that
serve
Harley
dinner.
voice with
Any
that
better
actor
to
back
soon.
then, that's
I'm
I mean,
starving.
it's better
Hey,
than.
Alfred, you have
what?
10 minutes to bring me some food, or I'll have to eat you instead.
That was the thing I.
Butler.
But we also gotta go back to that, because there's the nasty. That's nasty. Oh no, they got the clean voice.
that's nice.
That's nasty. But yeah, I think it was a very well done line. Yeah.
See, I think it was a really well done line, mainly because I don't go that deep that often, with like Killer Croc or Bane or something like that. But the last little bit of, hey, Alfred, you got 10 minutes to bring me some food or I'll eat you instead. Well, actually, that was part of the script. But the Butler.
Oh yeah, I think
completely, that was not it.
that was very well done.
That was very well done.
It was a good add-on. Which I know you did the Killer Croc voice differently than you did the first time. can't remember because I remember like going into it. You said you wanted to try doing it a little differently. If you look at the Nightwing video, it does sound a little bit different. Which is, I feel like now it's just a little more gravelly than before. It was a little too much like before. I guess it was a little too much like your Bane voice.
Well, I think what it was is that I was trying. A lot of these villains that you've got for Batman Universe, I try to go ahead and redo from the Arkham games, where you've got Killer Croc, you got Bane. Bane voice in this case is just kind of just a deep voice, and
which I'm not sure where I think because like okay, so some of the characters I use, like I guess I draw a lot of inspiration from like Forest Fire and his units. I think that's where I got my idea for like my desire for like the Bane voice, because it's just like a deep voice, like hey, yeah, I'm Bane, I'm big, muscly, tough guy, or whatever. So that's kind of why I wanted it like that, which I think is also why Penguin's voice is the way it is. Because like if you look at anything else, Penguin doesn't really have a voice like this, but it fits, you know.
See, it kind of fits if you go ahead and go back to Adam West Batman.
Gotcha.
See, I think that's where that part goes. Now, if you go ahead and go from like the games, you're talking Nolan North. Nolan North is
and then like
else.
if you look also the Batman Animated Series, Penguin's a lot more sophisticated. Like, oh Batman, I'm going to kill you with my machine gun umbrella, or something like that. So get back to it.
Butler.
Anyway, while we wait, let's talk about our recent plots to foil Batman. We've already heard about penguins.
And it would have worked.
You can tell he had a lot of trouble with
for
that line
Bane.
because he's very slow with it. He's like, we've already heard about penguins, which like I said back then, we were all terrible voice actors.
Well, we were all terrible voice actors, and you were trying to coach him to do the voice how you want it to.
Well, he did a good job doing the voice. It's just like when it comes to like a long sentence like that, he would struggle. Which, like, I mean, hey, that's pretty much everybody, really.
Yeah.
I thought we had decided to forget about that.
I'm still mad about
that was a
it,
little
though.
like it gets very. It's like you got out of breath there.
I did get out of breath on that one.
Forget about that. Sandy, I need water.
I don't need it. I need it.
God.
Wait, what about you, Riddler? I had a great plan.
Oh,
had
I gotta
captured
tell
Rob.
this joke. I don't know if it was this video or if it was a different one, but the Scarecrow voice actor Tyler could not say Riddler to save his life. He kept trying to say Riddler. It's like, what about you, Riddler? I was like, no, it's not Riddler, it's Riddler. It took so many tries.
And I used him to lure Batman to my lair. I was then gonna tell him a riddle and shoot him when he got it wrong.
I think that's what
So,
I really like
tell me
about
what
David's
happened with-
Riddler voice. Like, it can sound like the line can be utterly ridiculous, but he says it in a way that it makes it sound like the character believes that it's like an actual evil plan. Like, I was then gonna tell him a riddle, then shoot him when he got it wrong. Like he sounds very confident, you know. And I think that's why he does really good with the Riddler voice.
Right.
Well, you see, I kind of forgot how agile Batman is. So he
And I
just
was like,
dodged the
see, there was
bullet
just
and then
one
beat me
small
up.
little flaw in my
I heard he
plot.
snapped your neck
That
as
was
well.
it.
He did, but through
Hey,
the
one of
magic of
Deadshot's 2 lines in the
DC,
video.
I came back to
Right.
life.
That makes literally no sense.
It's probably just
Guess you
lazy
did the Bane
writing.
lines after the
So what about you,
I did.
Scarecrow?
That was a
Like
bad
you,
idea.
that was
I
a
also
real
lured
bad
Batman
idea.
into a trap. I was able to spray him and his sidekick with my fear gas, but I left my shovel
I
lying
really screwed
around
over
and
Tyler
Batman
in this
beat me.
video. He got all the long
Wow,
lines.
did.
that's what I call a massive fail.
Oh really? What about you two?
This is also,
what was
something
your
I've kinda done
master
a few
plan to beat
times.
Batman.
Over the course of videos that Two-Face and Scarecrow are in, I kind of established a little bit of a hatred between them. Like, if you watch, I don't know if it's much in the Villains meeting, the first one, Villains Friday Night, but in this one...
the first one for sure. It was.
Oh yeah, Scarecrow's getting pissed at him because he forgot his burger set. And this one,
forgot the poker set, and well, then we wouldn't have to call you a fucking asshole.
yeah, that. And this one, they're kind of like jabbering back and forth, and then they're in the Halloween video, which then they kind of banter back and forth as well. And then we got the Villains meeting that came out earlier this year. So, and like I was originally planning on this year doing a Scarecrow and Two-Face team up video, but I decided to put that on hold for a little while just because there are more important videos I want to get out. So
Right.
I want to do something like that at some point because I do have a lot of fun kind of putting together the dialogue for the two of them because that can be fun.
Right.
I didn't really have one. I just robbed a bank and Batman showed up with his lame psychic and he beat up me and my henchmen.
Wow, that really sucks.
Bad.
You've all had your own plans, and sadly, they weren't enough to succeed.
Oh no.
Now, we're on my plan, where we work together to beat the Bat once and for all.
Well, it's gone pretty well so far.
Well, it's about time your plan came to an end.
So I want to go ahead.
Well, if it isn't the Batman come to die.
I want to go ahead and take a little moment here. Anything with Joker, because I go ahead and I get really into it. I'm more or less I'm method acting. Okay, go ahead and become the villain, become the Joker essentially, and really kind of get into it, and you really start losing your marbles.
I'm not just you in general.
Well, it's kind of me in general, but it's also if you go ahead and if I keep on doing Joker lines, of course, then my mind just goes somewhere else, and it's just gone until someone brings me back.
Yeah, I think it's because you're a psychopath.
That's a sociopath.
Whatever. Same thing. They're both crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
I live with a psychopath.
He claims to be a sociopath.
I mean, he's both, really. I think he's both.
I think
I don't think so.
They kinda
It
cancel
won't
each
be
other out,
just
which is
me
why he hasn't
taking you
killed me yet.
down.
He's right. I'm here as well.
kills you because he
And
puts you for
me.
rent.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, so
Bats.
I was gonna bring
But
this part
sadly-
up. So like, this is also this is another guy from me being lazy. Like, I think originally I was planning on like, so Batman walks in, then I was gonna Nightwing, and then Robin like jumped down. But then I was like, that's a lot of work. Because back then I hated doing the
jump downs.
yeah, like the rasterization and all that. I can't. There's a word for it. It's not masking. Masking is different, but and because like it wouldn't turn out very good because of the lighting. Which I've gotten a lot better at over the
And
years.
me.
Like you can see
Oh,
Deadpool
good
jumps
for
down.
you,
It
Bats.
didn't look too
But
good
sadly,
back then.
there's still 9 of us, and only 3 of you.
Make that 4.
Like
Deadpool.
there.
What are you
It
doing
didn't look
here?
too bad other than that.
The first big fight scene, and you
Because
think
Why
I'm
is the
gonna miss
camera
it?
off tilter here?
Because like okay, I wasn't very good. I always try to keep it straight, but it didn't always work too well. But if you remember the Nightwing video, I didn't really have a good idea of how jumping down was supposed to work. Like I had Batman jumping down like at one consistent motion, like at the same like there's the same distance between frames instead of like increasing speed because gravity. Whereas
Or-
Deadpool actually got that this time.
Deadpool, what are you doing
So that
here?
was a nice thing about
The
it.
first big fight
Gross.
scene, and you think I'm gonna miss it? Hell no! I want to kick some ass.
Here comes the big fight scene. It's funny, like this, there it is. When you see Bane and Croc get up, you see Deadpool and Joker just caressing each other in the background. So Joker's like, are you gonna get up and kick me up, beat me up some more? Nah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Well, at the same time, you were more focused on foreground editing than background editing.
Yeah, but,
until you got to one of the Christmas videos where you actually had people moving about in the
I had
back.
that one time. The Iron Man just walks in the background. That was it. But like,
But it's still
what I
pretty good.
what I should have done, like, because like I guess back then I was always a stickler about keeping characters in the spots where they were, whereas like I could have just removed Deadpool and Joker altogether, and no one would have cared really.
Right.
But and really, you think Two-Face, because like Two-Face ends up fighting Deadpool here. Do you think he would have like gotten up and turned around or whatever? I don't know. I love how like Bane just kind of like winds up. He's just like they're all just walking, and then bam! Still so bad. This is actually the best part of the fight scene here. Like, I like the back kick. I think that was done well. And they're slowly walking. See, this is also because like I think the Halloween video was the first one where I actually learned the run animation.
I think so, yeah.
And so here, it just doesn't look very good. Doesn't look very good. And the Batman's just sitting there like, okay, come on over, guys. Hurry up. Hey, remember in the Scarecrow video when Scarecrow got beaten up with a shovel? And now he's getting beat up with a shovel again. See? It's because it rhymes. Like, what was that? Like the thing that George Lucas said,
It's poetry.
Poetry, exactly. Poetic justice. Bloodless gunshots.
Because you didn't have a clay at the time.
I didn't. But I should have thought like, oh yeah, I don't have clay. I probably shouldn't have him shoot him at all. Also, okay, I just noticed that. I guess I don't think I noticed this before. When Batman takes out Deadshot, Scarecrow just kind of like He moved so much there. That was so funny. You just spazzed out. Like, I guess that shovel hit him in the brain a little too hard.
Showing his seizure over there. And of course, the chair moved in the background.
Great
there.
job, everyone. All the villains are
Well,
defeated.
you didn't have onion
Well,
skinning.
that sure was
So
fun.
that's something that
See you
would've
next
helped with
time,
that.
bats.
And you kinda
Well, I
just
guess
moved
our
Farley
work
out of
here
the
is
way.
done.
So there's a really
Batman.
big hair in that shot right there. Right there.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Yeah, that's a
That's a hair.
that's an armpit hair right there.
Well, I guess
It's
our
probably
work here
just
is
a hair
done.
hair.
But Batman, all these villains know your secret identity. What are we going to do?
What are you gonna do, Batman? Oh no!
That's
You
slow
want me to
turn.
what?
I want you to kiss all my supervillains
No.
so that we get a
This is
Batman.
getting
Are you
onion skinning.
kidding, man? I'm not going to do that.
Come on, man.
Actually, no. I think
You did it
I
in
just remember
Super-
something. I think I know why the head turn didn't look so good, because when I originally did it, because like back then I was kind of like did either 13 or 15 FPS, and I wanted the head turn to look slow. So I think I copied those frames like twice. So
Dude.
this is like 10, like
6 FPS instead of 30.
no, that would be like because like if you like double the frame, like so let's say you shoot something at 30 FPS. If you double all the frames, that makes it 15. If you triple all the frames, that makes it 10. I think I tripled it, so that made it 10 FPS there, which is why it did not look very good.
You want me to what?
I want you to kiss all my supervillains so that we get a Batman.
Are
Yeah,
you
so then we can
kidding,
do
man?
sequels without
I'm
them
not
knowing
going to
the
do that.
Batman's identity.
Come on, man. You did it in Superman 2.
To Lois, a person I have no problem kissing.
Come on, man. Please.
No, and there's nothing you can say to change my
I'll give you $50.
deal. Well, there you go.
Get it?
Where's
Superman's
my money?
poor.
Thanks, Superman. Here you go. How'd the
Of
deep
course,
space mission go?
Actually, the transition didn't look too bad. But I'll say that it's a $100 bill, Greg Animations. You said 50, blah. Which like the only reason I said $50 is just because it rolled off the tongue a little better than saying I'll give you $100 or whatever.
Yeah. And
But,
of course, there's no $50 Lego piece.
Yeah, they're all 100. Like you think they'd have a little variety, which there are like some like coin pieces that are like 5 or 25 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
But as far as $1 bills go, it's just 100. But it is what it is.
How'd the deep space mission go, by the way?
Oh, that was actually total BS. We just went on
like
vacation to
15
Aruba,
FPS.
but didn't want you to come.
So I don't remember
What?
certain-
Anyway, see you next time,
overall, which
Batman.
stuff was done in 15, which done was 30. It actually looked pretty good.
I really
Superman
hate
flying
that
up.
guy.
Because the nice thing about Superman is that like you do want to do it kind of like a consistent motion, because since he's flying, he can kind of control how fast he goes, so he's going to go a more consistent speed.
I also like the arm up.
The Superman with the fist in the front of him.
Yep.
I really hate that guy sometimes.
What the?
This is all the same.
Why am I
animation
in
over
Wayne
and over again.
Manor? And why do I feel like I've been kissed by someone that's not Harley?
And we're going to pause that so I don't get copyright striked.
Again.
But anyway, that was Lego Batman versus the villains. Does it hold up? No. But for the time, it wasn't too bad, honestly.
But what have you learned from this video?
Onion skinning is really good.
Onion skinning is really good.
It is. It's very good. Onion skinning is very helpful. So, people always ask me, like, what tips do you have on making good Lego videos, Greg Animations?
Buy Dragon Frame.
Okay, well, are you saying my videos before Dragon Frame weren't good? Because I've only had one video of Dragon Frame.
If you were to go back through and recreate everything from first video to now with Dragon Frame.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Obviously the first year's videos will be a lot better because I've gotten better animation and
voice acting.
I was
and
onion skinning.
And lines
Onion
too.
skinning.
And story writing.
But I've always done like little, like I've never made huge leaps in animation, but I've always made like little small improvements that make a difference. Like whether that be through lighting or, saying the word onion skinning. Onion skinning. So obviously if I could remake these videos right now with my phone, and they would be a lot better. But Dragon Frame just makes everything so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
But so that was Batman versus the Villains. It still kind of sucks but by first year standards it was pretty decent.
By first year standards, it was absolutely the best thing.
I mean, I would say I had other videos come out that were better this year. But I think it still turned out well. I think it was a good, when it comes to like the storyline and everything, the build up. I mean, like some of the dialogue could have been a little bit better, but I think there were some pretty good jokes. Like I still like the whole Superman kissing all the villains at the end.
Yeah.
Which of course that's just like a cheap cop out or whatever. And then there's also Scarecrow earlier in the movie. Actually, it's like how'd you come back to life? He's like, oh, I don't know. He's like, no, it's probably just lazy writing. I think that was funny. Back when I did fourth wall jokes all the time.
Well, it's like you had a plot hole, but if you recognize a plot hole, it's not really a plot hole.
Exactly. As long as they acknowledge the plot hole, it's not actually a plot hole. But anyway, I have been Sam.
I have been David.
And we will see you next time, whether that be a video or... Actually, it probably will be a video. I'm getting very close to being done with my next video, so be looking for that. But I'm hoping to get back to the commentaries, especially, summer and all. So I will see y'all next time.